U.S. paratroopers are in Ukraine for joint military training exercises. Ukraine asked for the assistance to help bolster defenses against pro-Russian separatists. CCTV's Kate Parkinson reports.
A show of support from the United States. Some 300 U.S. paratroopers here for 6 months to train 900 members of Ukraine's National Guard. The U.S. is also sending $75 million in military aid, but has stopped short of offering weapons. And the trainers here deny reports they'll hand over ammunition when they leave.
The only thing we're leaving behind is to deal with the training program. So nothing we're leaving behind has to deal with passing off to the Ukrainian army, so to speak, that I'm aware of.
At an opening ceremony, Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko said the training will give a new face to Ukraine's poorly trained army, which has struggled to fight off pro-Russian separatists in the east.
This is not only a war for the independence of Ukraine, but also a war for freedom and democracy in Europe and the whole world.
National Guard units, many of which began as volunteer groups, have been an important part of Ukraine's forces fighting against the separatists. But the inclusion of some ultra-nationalist groups has been the source of some controversy, and U.S. officials say the guardsmen being trained here have been through a vetting process.
All U.S. training activities anywhere in the world are subject to human rights vetting. That has certainly been the case for all of these units.
The U.S. has been quietly sending military advisors to Ukraine for months now, but this is the largest contingent of U.S. soldiers here in Ukraine since the conflict broke out in the east a year ago. The exercises, dubbed Operation Fearless Guardian, sparked an enraged reaction from Russia. While the Ukrainian president says the training mission will help stabilize the situation in eastern Ukraine, Moscow says the opposite. Russia warns the presence of U.S. military personnel in Ukraine risks escalating the conflict further. Kate Parkinson, CCTV in western Ukraine.